What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video where we will talk about Sven Botman, the Leauge centre-back who Liverpool are linked with, and we are heavily interested in him, and he actually spoke out about the transfer news linking him to a Liverpool transfer in the summer, so stay tuned for that. But first, how are we feeling, Liverpool fans, today? I'm still absolutely buzzing over the moon after that incredible 95th minute goalkeeper goal. Allison, you are an absolute proper Liverpool legend, and I want to say it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy after what Allison has been through on the pitch and off the pitch. His humble and gracious interview after the game was top class, and I'm so happy that it happened to him because honestly he deserves it after all the hardship that he has went through, and everybody at the Liverpool family has went through throughout this year. And we have 2 more games to go, win that and we get Champions League football. I'm absolutely buzzing and I can't wait for the midweek fixture. Burnley Liverpool with fans in the stadiums back. Football will return back to normal and I'm all for it. I'm really excited and happy about it. Let me know guys, how are you feeling today? I watched the Allison goalkeeper goal about 100 times today with like 7 different languages, in 7 different languages with 7 different commentators commentating in 7 different languages, and I will never get tired of watching that go back. I'm absolutely over the moon, absolutely buzzing. If you are still buzzing as well, leave a like and subscribe if you are new around here. So Sven Botman, who is heavily linked with Liverpool, we are interested in a centre-back. Klopp wants to make sure that we have never another situation like this where we have to play our 5th and 6th choice centre-back. And those are Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. And Andy Robertson, I just watched his interview after the game. He was very gracious and very cool and calm, saying that they are still learning on the job. Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, sometimes we forget that they are absolute rookies at this level. And I said maybe a little bit harshly that they are not good enough at this Premier League Liverpool level. But you know, centre-backs, that's the one position that you need all the experience, and they are very inexperienced, very inexperienced, very young players. So we can't expect them to be as good as Van Dijk or even as good as Joe Gomez or Gerrard, who have many years of experience playing at the highest level. These guys are rookies. They are juniors at this level, at this centre-back position as well. So maybe I was a little bit harsh. And I think they could have a squad place next season, especially Nat Phillips. I would keep him on because he is a very good, honest centre-back who would do well to come in sometimes when it's needed. Reece Williams, I would probably loan him out to just keep him playing, but maybe not at Liverpool. And Sven Botman are very interesting because he is absolutely a fantastic centre-back, and he would be available for a very cheap price, for around 20-25 million pounds. And he actually said that he has always dreamed about a transfer to the Premier League, and the French side that he's playing for, Lille, is on the brink of making history, of winning a French league title ahead of the mega-rich Paris Saint-Germain, and also Lyon and Monaco are much bigger clubs than Lille in France. But Lille, who could only draw at home against Saint-Etienne 0-0, they are still 1 point ahead of Paris Saint-Germain. So if they beat, I think, Angers on the last day of the season, they will become League 1 champions, French league champions. And Sven Botman said this about a potential transfer to another club. He said, "It is a good compliment when you hear these clubs are interested. I'm lying if I say it's not interesting to me that Liverpool and other clubs are interested in me. It's the first time such big clubs are linked to me, but it was early days because in January I was only at Lille for half a season. It was nice to hear that I'm looked at by these big clubs, but I was focusing on Lille, and I'm still doing this. I'm still focusing on this season, but after the season I will enjoy a good vacation and then I will see what happens next. If I'm honest, the Premier League is one of the leagues I always dreamed about playing in, but also I dreamed about the Serie A, La Liga, the Bundesliga. The Premier League is something special though. It's the football I really like, and that fits me, the style of play, the emotion. I really like this, to see the fans with such big emotions in the stands. And I think there are loads of players in the world who always dream about playing in the Premier League. But you know, some of them dream to play in France or Spain or Germany or even Italy. But I think the Premier League is the most like entertaining league, and also the most coveted league in the world. And I think Sven Botman clearly states that he would absolutely love to sign for a club like Liverpool, who plays in the Premier League, and also next season hopefully we will be in the Champions League, but we will next season contest the Premier League title. And how awesome would it be if we could sign a league champion? Sven Botman could become a league champion, and then he could sign for Liverpool, and hopefully he can win the Premier League title next season with Liverpool. That would be a dream scenario. But I think it's absolutely invaluable, the experience that he gets this season, whether Leauge win the title or not, to be in a title race. That's a very unique perspective, very unique experience of a footballer, to fight for the league title, and every week you are under pressure to win, and especially when you are first, everybody is hunting you down, everybody is chasing you, everybody wants to beat you. And I think that that is going to do him the world of good. This experience that he gets this season will make Sven Botman undoubtedly a better, more experienced centre-back. And Lille didn't win or haven't won the French league title since the 2010-2011 season, so this could be their first league title in 10 years. And Sven Botman is only 21 years old. He still has a long contract. But because the pandemic and COVID hit the French league very hard, remember the last season wasn't finished, the league was suspended and it was never completed, so the French clubs lost a lot of money through the broadcasting revenue and everything. And because of that, many clubs are listening to offers to their best players, Lille included, and of course they don't want to sell a lot of their best players, but they will have to sell at least 2 or 3 of them, I'm pretty sure, because Lille, after being in the title race during the whole season, I'm sure many clubs took notice of that. Many scouts are watching Lille games to see which are their standout players who could be signed for a pretty modest price. And as far as Liverpool's transfer prospects are concerned, the likely signing of Ibrahima Konate from Leipzig suggests that the former Ajax centre-back Sven Botman may not be first priority, but I think he is up there in the top 3. I think if we can negotiate a decent price with Leipzig for Konate, I'm hearing that Leipzig don't really want to accept anything less than his release clause. But if we could defer the payments throughout like 2 or 3 seasons, if we could structure the payments so we don't have to pay a lump sum of the whole release clause to Konate for Konate, then we are going to sign Konate. But if Leipzig, and I'm hearing that Leipzig wants the full release clause to be paid up front, if that's the case, Liverpool might not be able to afford that. In that case, we could go in and sign Sven Botman, who, as I said, is a really awesome, towering centre-back. He's a little bit similar to Virgil van Dijk. He's also Dutch, I think. He comes from the Ajax youth academy, and he had a really good season with Lille. He's having a really good season with Lille, and I think we are going to sign Ozan Kabak for 18 million. I think that option it makes a lot of sense. So I'm really excited about the summer transfer window now, because either we sign Konate or Botman. They are both fantastic centre-backs with loads of potential. They are both very young, 21 years old. So we are paving the way for the future of Liverpool FC. So Sven Botman is valued at around 25 million pounds according to Transfermarkt, and he is a big fan of Virgil van Dijk. He said, "I was very amazed by Virgil van Dijk because of his body, He's a really fast centre-back. His body is similar to mine. I like to see how he plays against more strikers like Sergio Aguero, for example. I remember last season he had a record for how long an opponent didn't pass him, didn't dribble past Virgil van Dijk. For his size, that's amazing. That's top performance. And I think it's very clear that Sven Botman is a big fan of Virgil van Dijk and he's a big fan of the Premier League. So it's pretty inevitable that he watches Liverpool and he probably admires Liverpool as well. So I would absolutely love it if we signed him. And now I want to present you guys to some of the absolutely amazing reactions on Twitter that some former Liverpool players had to Allison scoring a last-minute bullet header. By the way, that was any striker's dream. Never mind a goalkeeper. A striker would be proud of that header. It was absolutely perfect technique because the ball actually arrives a little bit behind Allison, so he had to adjust his body and then glance a bullet header into the far corner. He was flying through the air like a salmon out of fresh water in Alaska. Absolutely brilliant. And Daniel Sturridge said this: absolutely buzzing for Alisson Becker. Man, what a guy, man. Klopp. Get in, Allison. That's what Simon Mignolet tweeted out. What a guy. You got to love him. Dietmar Hamann had this reaction to Alisson's interview. And this was a beautiful moment for a man who has gone through so much lately. And he gives absolutely everything to the football team that we all love, Liverpool FC. And Allison himself said that football is his life. He has been playing since a little kid and he absolutely adores and loves this sport, and he hopes that his dad to saw it from the above the sky. Sir Kenny Dalglish said this: I cannot believe anyone in the world could be anything other than emotional about Alisson Becker scoring the winner today after the personal trauma he has had to endure this year. I am fantastically happy for you, Allison, and I'm fantastically happy for Allison as well. Absolutely brilliant. Luis Garcia, who drinks sangria, absolutely loved him when he used to play for Liverpool. More than a game. When you have been rock bottom and to have come back from that, then you know what it means. And I'm certainly one of those people. Phil Thompson, a former captain of Liverpool, lifted the Champions League trophy twice. Wow, what a wonderful, emotional interview Allison has just given. One of the moments of the season. John Aldridge, legendary striker of Liverpool, said, "Woohoo! Love it! What a header that was. We haven't scored from a corner since December against Tottenham, and never looked like we scored. We are scoring from a corner until our goalkeeper showed the way how to do it. Hail Allison! We live to fight another day. You will never walk alone." Oh man, that's absolutely one of the tweets of the day. Neil Mellor, former striker of Liverpool, absolutely incredible. What a header that is from Allison. I just love these reactions, man. Absolutely brilliant. And also, I want to congratulate Steven Gerrard, who became an invincible centurion. Can you believe that? He got 102 points with Rangers and he won the Scottish League title unbeaten. That is an incredible record. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, the Scottish League is weaker than a lot of big leagues in Europe, but still, that's an incredible feat, an incredible achievement, a record-breaking season with Rangers, and I'm so happy for Steven Gerrard. He deserved to win the Premier League title with Liverpool, but it wasn't to be. For one reason or another, he just couldn't. Basically, he didn't have enough world-class players around him at any time. But to win his first league title as a manager, I'm so happy for him. One of the Liverpool fans said, "So pleased for Stevie G. When Jurgen Klopp leaves Liverpool in 3 years, then I want to see Gerrard as his replacement. He carried us on his shoulders for 10 years. He should be back at Anfield one day, and we can carry him on our shoulders." Congrats, Stevie G and Rangers FC. Rangers' first league title in 10 years. Celtic was going for 10 in a row. They won 9 league titles in a row. And if you are a Celtic or a Rangers fan, you know how much that would have meant for Celtic. The Rangers fans would have never stopped hearing that Celtic won 10 in a row. And now Rangers stopped it. And to go unbeaten and win the title that way, Absolutely brilliant. And another Liverpool fan tweeted out, legendary player now on course to become a legendary manager. He was my all-time favorite Liverpool player. He was my hero growing up alongside Fernando Torres. I absolutely adore that man, Steven Gerrard, and I wish him all the success in the world. And I'm absolutely shocked by this report from The Athletic saying that Trent Alexander-Arnold is expected to be left out of England's squad for the Euros this summer. Tomorrow, I think Gareth Southgate announces his 26-man wider squad for the Euros, and I would be absolutely appalled, shocked and baffled if Gareth Southgate leaves the best right back in the world, not just in the England squad, but in the whole world. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the best right back, and if Gareth Southgate leaves him out, he's an absolute fool, a moron, an absolute idiot. But we already know he is that, because he already left Trent out. Yes, England have a lot of quality right backs, but don't tell me that Kieran Trippier is a better right back. Don't tell me he deserves it more to go to the Euros. And the reason why I'm so passionate is that Trent Alexander-Arnold is my hero, my boy. He's a boyhood Liverpool fan. He was at Liverpool since 7 years old. He's a youth academy graduate. He's on a course to become a Liverpool legend, just like Jamie Carragher, just like Steven Gerrard, just like Robbie Fowler and other players. And I'm absolutely, I would feel so sad for him, so gutted. Yes, from a Liverpool point of view, strictly speaking, it would be beneficial that Trent gets a good rest, gets to put his feet up, but it would be heartbreak for him. And I love Trent, absolutely love him to bits. The way that he made the passes again against West Brom, it's like watching David Beckham, prime David Beckham or prime Steven Gerrard playing right back. The way he crosses the ball, I mean, I know David Beckham was a Man United legend, but still, the right foot of Trent Alexander-Arnold is like prime David Beckham or prime Steven Gerrard. You know what I'm talking about, guys. It's like having Steven Gerrard at right back, honestly. He's so good. Yes, his finishing was not as good as Steven Gerrard, of course. He should have scored 2 goals against West Brom, honestly, but everything else, the way he crosses the ball, that's like Steven Gerrard in his prime, and it would be an absolute travesty if he's left out of the England squad. I could go on and on for hours about this, because yes, England have a lot of great right backs. I'm saying we because I support England at the Euros alongside my home nation Hungary, because we also made it to the Euros. I can't wait. And I also have tickets for the Germany-Hungary game. I couldn't get tickets for the home games, which is Hungary, Portugal and Hungary, France. Yes, we are in a group with France, Portugal and Germany. It's absolutely mayhem that is going to be. But yeah, I'm fully vaccinated, so hopefully we will be allowed to travel to Munich, where some of my relatives live, and stay at their place and get to watch the game and explore Munich. That would be an amazing holiday, as well as watching a Germany-Hungary game at the Euros. It's one of my lifelong dreams to watch a Hungary game, a competitive Hungary game at a major tournament like the World Cup or the Euros, and this could be a dream come true. And of course I will do a road trip video about the whole experience as well, so really excited about that. So yeah, let me know what do you think about everything that we talked about in today's video, and thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun making this. See you later. Goodbye.